Taurus, Elsie here for a bonus read. How are you, my bull gang? Thank you so much for clicking here. I appreciate you. So I thought I'd come by and just drop some cards for you here, find out what's going on. Let's find out what's going on with the energies. Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. So if you have not been to a bonus read before, please know that I'm reading for the current energy or the future. I'm not reading for the past. And this does not have a date or a time on it. So whenever it's going to happen for you is whenever it's going to happen for you. For some of you, it's around the corner, and for others of you, it might not be here for years. So take it as it resonates for you. It is a general reading. Tell me about Taurus. Tell me what I need to know about Taurus, please. Taurus, we have the Devil. Feeling trapped somewhere. Tell me about the Devil. Are you trapped in a friendship? Maybe in a job, possibly? Feeling chained to it, whatever it is. It feels like with the Three of Pentacles that it almost feels like you have to show up because people are watching. You have to show up. You have to do your best work. You always got to be on. Like you always got to be on because people are watching you. It's like something that you are chained to. You have to do it. You got to show up, and you got to show up on time. Like it feels like it feels cumbersome, is what it does feel. Three of Pentacles tells me that maybe it's something that you haven't been at very long. I feel like people learn from you. There's something here. You're some sort of a teacher. You could be a teacher, like one that is a professor stands up at the front of the class, but maybe you're just a teacher who is you're teaching people through art, possibly. Specifically, how to be perfect at it. Like it feels like you're a subject matter expert here, and you know that you got to keep showing up. But I feel like you feel chained to it. Like it doesn't feel like a whole lot of fun anymore. Tell me more about this. We have the Sun here. Temperance. I feel like you're doing it, Taurus, because you know that if you continue to repeat what you're doing, wash, rinse, repeat, you're going to get good at it. You're going to actually get really good at it. The Three of Pentacles is, people are looking on, and they are on your side, and they really like what you're doing, and they show up to watch you because they really like what you're doing. And I feel like this energy of the Sun is giving you some sort of a breakthrough. If I keep showing up on time and I keep doing the work, that it's just going to grow. It's going to grow from the Three of Pentacles. Temperance is here, which tells me that that's going to happen in the moment of alchemy, and that you need to be really patient because nothing ever blows up overnight, right? So nothing ever, anything that's worth something that is worth anything is worth putting hard work into. I really do feel that whatever it is that you're doing, Taurus, you need to take your eye off the finances or the money, because right now I feel like you're not making a whole lot of money doing what you're doing. And I feel like it's something that you really love, but it's because you're not making much money at it that you feel chained to it. You're having doubt, like maybe this is never going to grow. I feel like you need to take your eye off the money. Maybe you need to find another source of income for now so you can enjoy doing this thing. There is some sort of a realization here, but I want to say that the Sun is also about growth, right? It's also about happiness. Like I really think that you really love doing what you're doing. Whether it's teaching people or whether they're watching remotely or whatever it is, it feels like you're super happy when you're in your element of creation. It feels like you are somebody who loves to create things. So I feel like you are going to have, it's going to blow up for you. Like it's going to be really successful with the Sun here and Temperance, but Temperance is telling me, look, you got to be patient. Things have to grow. We got to go back and forth and find the right formula, right? In order for things to work out. I feel like there is going to be a moment of alchemy when you'll realize there is like a breakthrough, a financial breakthrough. But for now, I think that the Sun is here because you're supposed to just really enjoy what you're doing. Tell me about Temperance. We've got the Death card. And we've got the Three of Cups. Oh boy, it feels like you have a decision that's coming up here. And I don't think that it's coming too soon, I'm going to say. Temperance is here, and that's the moment of alchemy. And I feel in the moment of alchemy, you're going to have to make a decision. Am I going to end it? Or am I going to keep going? Like it feels like, am I going to stop doing this because it's not paying out financially? And that's never a reason to stop doing something that you love. right? So maybe you end up doing it just for yourself, or maybe you end up doing it and giving it away to somebody. But I feel like you are in this energy of, it almost feels like it's something that you really love to do, but now that you're doing it as a job, or you need to show up at a certain amount of time, there's a schedule involved and all of that. It almost feels like that now you feel sort of chained to it. You feel like obligated. And so it can be a situation that you feel obligated to do now because people are watching. But we do have temperance, and so I feel like that there is a decision that's coming up here. Like, we temperance is like alchemy, right? It's taking pain and turning it into something that's really beautiful, that works to your advantage. So I feel like the death card could tell me that I feel like at the moment of alchemy that you're going to see things in a different way because it's transformational energy. But it also tells me that maybe this is the time where you're at the crossroads and you decide, am I going to end it? Like, am I just going to stop so I can be happy doing it again, or am I going to keep moving here? Tell me about the Three of Pentacles. What is this here? Tell me what the Three of Pentacles is, please, for Taurus and Moon Rising, Venus and Jupiter. Tell me about the Three of Pentacles. What is the Three of Pentacles? We've got the Nine of Swords, and we've got the Five of Pentacles. I feel like you're doing something right now that I think that you really love, but you're not making a lot of money doing it. So it does feel like, it almost feels like with the Devil energy here, it feels like you have doubt that this is going to work out. Tell me about the Devil. We have the Knight of Cups and the King of Wands. I feel like you're supposed to keep going because it's something that you really love. So I feel like you're worried about a financial situation as it pertains to this thing. So either it does feel like a side gig, or it feels like something that maybe you've quit your job and decided to do a business, and the business isn't working out as you thought it would, as quick as you thought it would grow. It's not growing very quickly. And I feel like there's worry about not having enough, or maybe not making enough here. Tell me more about this Five of Pentacles. We've got the Queen of Swords in the reverse, and we've got the Seven of Wands. I feel like you're losing patience here. It does feel like you're losing patience, and that you really need to stand up and make some sort of a different decision, because I feel like there's a lot of people coming at you, telling you what you should be doing or how you should be doing it. And I feel like if you allow those people to make you do this differently, I feel like that's why the Devil is here. So it's like being on this platform, right? I can't have everybody in the comments telling me how to read, because then they would be pulling me in all different directions. And I feel like this is what this is for you. I don't think it's tarot reading. I mean, it could be, but I don't think it is. I feel it's like it's something that you know how to do already, and that you really love doing it, and the people show up to watch you. It doesn't have to be on YouTube. Could definitely be in the neighborhood, at your house, whatever it is. Maybe you bake for on the side and you're selling it. But I feel like you're starting to lose patience because it's not bringing in as much finances as you want. And yeah, it feels like everybody's like trying to come at you, give you advice about the actions they think you should take. I feel like you need to stay on whatever path that you're on, and maybe you just need to supplement by doing something else that makes money for you here. We do have the Two of Pentacles, something that it's going to make you really busy. Working a full-time job and a part-time gig or a side gig is really going to make you very busy, but I also feel it's a decision that you have to make, so you don't have to stop doing the thing that you love. What can you do to make money here? What can you do to make money? Tell me about the Five of Pentacles here. We've got the Page of Wands, we've got the Five of Swords, and we've got the Ten of Pentacles. I feel like you need to go outside the box. You need to think outside the box. And I feel like you need to take a small risk and do something you've never done before. The King of Wands is telling me that I feel like you need to take the initiative, or you need to step forward. You need to... It does feel like you don't want to do it because the Five of Swords is here. It's like you're arguing with yourself about what the next step might be. I feel like this thing is going to take off. Like the Ten of Pentacles is here. Whatever I'm talking about here, this thing is going to take off for you, but I feel like it may not take off for a while. So it feels like you've got to come up with another idea. I feel like you don't really want to, but I feel like you're going to have to take some sort of a risk. What's the risk here? We've got the Three of Swords. We've got the High Priestess. And we've got the Six of Wands. So it feels like your best bet is to think about it with your intuitive energy. It's time to get into meditation or prayer and ask about it. I feel like you are feeling disappointed that things aren't working out the way you wanted them to work out. This could also be a friendship for some of you. I'm just going to say the Three of Pentacles for me is always the friendship, the community, people who are on your side, right? Collaborators, cooperators, network people, could be the place of work. It does feel like you do have some people who are like ride or die people who really have your back, but this could be a place of work as well. It could be that you are thinking possibly that nobody's noticing your efforts and that you're kind of chained to this job, and you feel like you're kind of stuck in a place where there's a glass ceiling, right? You can see everybody up there partying and doing all the good things and the fun things, but here you are, right? With this Three of Pentacles, and maybe you've only got one or two people that are sort of cheering you on, that have your back. I feel like that's going to change because there is going to be some sort of a breakthrough. Someone's going to notice you here. Someone I feel is going to notice you, Taurus, and tell me about that. Yeah, I feel like somebody is going to notice you here, that maybe you don't have as much confidence as you could have with this situation that you're in. It feels like you're at a new job or a new place or something that you've tried that is brand new. And it could be in the workplace, but it could be something you're doing from home as a side gig. I feel like it's really going to take off. But right now, it's like when you start anything, right? We start at the beginning and we are the fool. And we don't have a whole lot of information, right? The fool only carries the stick with the little bag on the back, right? There's not a whole lot of information that you have when you're beginning something brand new. But I feel like your confidence is going to grow if you continue to do whatever you're doing in a very healing way. And that means you're doing it because you love it and not because you're getting paid a lot for it. And you'll say, well, I need to get paid a lot to live. Well, then I feel like you need to take up something else that is going to pay you in the meantime while you're still doing this. For some of you, this is the place of work where you feel like you're not being noticed. I'm just going to say that maybe you've just started this job and you're unsure, and you've got people sort of, a couple of people are on your side, but you feel like you're not really gaining any ground here. I feel like you need to dig in deep to your intuition here if you're feeling disappointed about how the situation is working out. You may need to take some sort of a leap of faith here. All right. I feel like you need to make some sort of decision about what you're going to do next. Tell me what Taurus is supposed to do next here. Whatever the decision is, I feel like it's a good one because the Three of Cups is here. We do have the Knight of Swords. We have the Eight of Wands, and we have the Ten of Cups. It almost feels like you need to have a conversation with somebody who's in your environment about what you can do to be happy in the meantime. It feels like the Ten of Cups is like you're really happy where you are. I feel like you're happy where you are, but I also feel like this Eight of Wands is telling me that you're taking your shot at the Ten of Cups. It feels like you're not necessarily there right now. It feels like you've got a lot to learn, a lot to say. It feels like an aggressive environment. It feels like you're dealing with a lot of people in your environment who are really intelligent. Maybe it's a little bit intimidating for you. I feel like you're taking your shot here. You can see at the Ten of Cups. I feel like you're going to stay there and do this thing, whatever it is, for a while until it makes you happy. Tell me what's coming up in the future for Taurus. We've got the Five of Wands, we've got the Five of Cups, and we do have the Hanged Man. So it's going to take some time for you to get different perspective. You need to stop worrying about the mistakes you're going to make. I feel like you're living in some sort of a lack energy here, but I feel like it's a speed bump. I feel like it's going to be over pretty quick here because we do have the Five of Wands and the Five of Cups. And for me, when more than one five shows up, we've got 5, 5, 5. It's quick change that's going to happen here because you're going to get some sort of different perspective on what you should be doing in order to be happy here. Queen of Cups, Page of Cups, and the Seven of Pentacles. So I feel like it's almost like you must wait and nurture the situation. Yeah, you got to wait it out. It's not going to happen overnight. I'm just going to say, and it feels like with the Page of Cups here, that the good news is that you do have the time to work on it. It feels like you will come to this place of the Queen of Cups energy, being emotionally happy. It feels like it's something that you really like to do, and you'll eventually get to a place where you don't really even have to think about it, that you're going to do it intuitively. And the Page of Cups is here to say that the good news is the Seven of Pentacles is here. The good news is that you're always willing to work hard to get what you need. Tell me what the outcome is here. Seven of Pentacles is like, I think you're ready to put in the hard work. Tell me what the outcome is here, please. Got the Six of Cups. Got the Chariot. And we got the Six of Pentacles. I feel like more people are going to start coming around. It's like if you need viewers, if you need customers, if you need whatever it is, I feel like more is going to start to come around as you begin to just sort of give freely. I'm going to say that you're not giving to get something back, but you're just giving, you're over giving. And so I feel like as long as you do it for the right reasons, because you love it, because you want to move forward, I feel like it almost becomes a meditation for you. I want to say that whatever it is that you're doing, whether you're in the workplace or you're trying to start a business at home or a side gig, maybe you're a baker, a painter, or whatever it is, it feels like something creative. I want to say that this is something that you know innately. This is something you were born with, something that came from the last life. It's something that you are just going to have to hone the skill in order for it to be able to show up as a victory for you. It's about balancing whatever it is that you have on the go, I feel, and it's about giving freely of it. And as you do, I promise you that it will grow. We do have the Ten of Swords. So I feel like there's some things that you've got to release in order to move forward here. I feel like the Wheel of Fortune is coming with the Fool. And look, maybe you're doing this thing and you really love it, but you're doing it in the wrong place. Or maybe you've put in too much money. Maybe you've got a brick and mortar store and things aren't working out. Maybe you've got to scale back and do it from home. It feels like with the Wheel of Fortune and the Fool that there's a new chapter coming up that's going to change everything for you and it's going to make you happy. But I feel like first something has to end. So whatever it is that you're doing here that people are watching you do, I feel it's going to work out, but you've got to make some changes. And it's going to take the leap of faith. We were talking about the Fool earlier, right? It's going to take the leap of faith in order for you to be able to be happy doing what you're doing. It's going to take a lot of change. It's going to take divine timing. And I feel like you just need to trust the divine timing here. The Ace of Swords tells me that you're going to have some sort of revelation or a moment of clarity or a realization. Oh, I should have been doing that first. Maybe I need to scroll, maybe I need to pull some energy back, and then maybe I can go forward if I do it a little bit slower with a little more detail, going over the details, looking at the facts. Yeah, it feels like everything is going to change once you have this triumphant moment of realization that you can take a leap of faith and go on a new path. You don't necessarily have to do it the way you've been doing it, but you might have to change the way you're doing it, end the way you've been doing it, and then change it in order to move forward here. We've got the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. We've got the Eight of Swords. So yeah, it is a money issue here that I feel like this is what you've chosen to do. And it feels like you're not making a whole lot of money and you're thinking, should I just end it or should I keep moving? I feel like you're going to keep moving, honestly. Yeah, the good news here, right? The good news is that I feel like you're going to keep moving. I feel like your intuition here, like this, I feel is your intuition. It's like once you get into the meditation or the intuition here, I feel like you start this business and it's very young and you don't know what to do and your intuition is young and you haven't used it a lot. And I feel like you turn into the Queen of Cups after you've been at it for a little while, after you've put in the hard work here. Right? Throwing your seeds of intention and then nurturing here. I feel like you go from the Page of Cups to the Queen of Cups energy. So I feel like you will have triumph. It's going to work out for you, but I feel like it's just going to be a hard path there. That's all. You might have to, scale it in, go find a full-time job and then do this thing on the side. Maybe instead of going at it big guns, if it is a business we're talking about, maybe it wasn't the best decision, but you'll figure it out. Yeah, Ace of Pentacles is in the reverse, so there's no investment at this time, I feel, but coming up is, I feel like 8 and 1 is 9. You're going to become the subject matter expert at whatever it is that you do, but you're going to have to invest in it. That's all. All right, I'm going to go for now. Thank you so much for being here and watching. I don't know who that was for, but I hope it was for somebody. I'm going to go for now. You guys take care. I'm out. Bye-bye.